second thing, it is also required if you want to really just make one thing today, it was very good. Most of the places just to see when we have interaction like this, we always get that you see there is a trust deficit between development and research. But here, 2 days just to see, we see that already there is a trust is building. So that's quite good. And I think that you see, and this type of, well, interactions what we had, it has helped in building such trust. And then I think that in future, this is also required that once it, at least you people resolve and recommended, I think that you see, we should have once once every year, this type of interaction should be there. The second thing, what I see, that capacity building is required. If you want a technical orientation of the Department of Fisheries, it is required that we should have really just to see very good, I think that very strong efforts is required for capacity building at all levels, at farmers and beneficiary level, at the lower level, middle level, and also top level institutions. And I see that there are so many issues that came yesterday. And fortunately, it was all discussed in CIFE and Dr. Ravi Shankar Sahab, and he should come forward that to see how best they get. But it is not only capacity building, is not only really technical, that is technology, but also it requires that the people, they must have the skills in planning, monitoring and evaluation. So all these are the areas, preparation of proposals, preparation of DPR. So like you want consultancy support, that's what we can prepare this thing. That should be done by the department. And you see, for that, you need to have a training. That training might be with CIFE, but also with other sister institutes are there. And then universities, those who have, they can really contribute. So we need, it is a time, we have a very good, really just we have Ministry of Fisheries, we have a leadership here. Only thing we should come together, we should take pride that we are working in this sector, and we should move forward with that. One is at the state level, I could see that a lot of problem is there are intersectoral issues, and they don't have really effective mechanism that how to address those things. So I think that you see at the state level itself, there should be a high level committee which can meet once in 6 months, or depending upon your need and what you think. So periodically it can meet, you bring all those issues there, it should be discussed, resolved, action taken or decision made, and then so that way I think just it can help. And that is also required, because now you see that we need to go for when we have a water shortage, water selling problems, integrated farming. But why we have not gone? Because Department of Fisheries will take care of aquaculture. Department of Livestock, they will for livestock, agriculture, and then maybe that you see horticulture, they will go for something else. But one farmer unit, functional unit, they need all type of support. So how is it expected that they will come to you, Department of Fisheries, next day they will go to livestock and then agriculture to start integrated farming. So at higher level there, it's required that the coordination support should be there, so that all these departments also at the state level they can come and they can. Then only we can really just promote integrated aquaculture. So one that exposure building yesterday also there, that you see, like somebody has gone to Vietnam from Kerala, they have gone. So if they are going, and then many people they have visited, like raceways you are talking, sir. Somebody has raised this. So I see while reviewing the performance, QRT performance for 5 years of our cold water fisheries, I could see that Those people, these are exotic, they are dealing exotic fish. We are familiar with our own fish. We have plenty of work done with our own fish, carps and catfishes, so many. But they are this cold water, that trout, it is exotic fish. We are not very good, but still we have work. But none of these people, those who are working in cold water fisheries from research institute, they had any opportunity for going outside. No, so, but it's something they are doing excellent work in Europe and also Canada and some other places, but they didn't go. They had no opportunity. But at the same time, I think many people from Kashmir and also Himachal Pradesh, they have gone. They have gone. So I think that you see, if you have an overseas study tour that is required, and we should have a more frequent, we can spend some money over there. And then when we go, we should go in a team. Those who are from the state, Dr. Jena has already told that you see some senior person, but maybe senior and mid-level also, those who are working, they should go. But with that, some scientists will also go. So that after that, you see, they can also put their efforts in inventing, reinventing, and further development of our system. And also, that you see, some of the entrepreneurs, if they are able to go, they should also go. Then that team will work. Otherwise, if you are sending only a top one, and especially for those who are coming for only 2 or 3 years in a sector, and then after that, you see, they are leaving. So if you spend that money, it's going to waste. So I think those who are working in the sector, this is required and we must do. So these just to see only, and one thing, this is my worry, I would like to work with you. Worry is that here most of the things now we are doing, it is strongly or exclusively subsidy oriented. How long it is going to continue, whether it is going to sustain. And rightly, I think that Mr. Secretary Sahab has already told that if you want so much of subsidy, it means that you are still at subsistence level. Your technology is also at subsistence level. Without subsidy, it cannot run. But in our own country, we have seen when this Pangasius came, who gave subsidy to Pangasius? Pangasius came, it was a viable technology, some of the private sector, they brought it, and then because it was viable, and then immediately it spread to 40,000 hectares without giving any subsidy. So we should think of that one. Another one I would like to say, Bangladesh, now they are not giving any subsidy, no subsidy. And you see that average annual production, production is 4.1 ton per hectare. Not that you see we are giving our statistics that you see our FFDA pounds. No. Average countries, average is 4.1 ton per hectare without any subsidy. So we need to think, if you want to make our sector sustainable, if you want to keep our performance, we also need to think. And this is not only farmer, it is also our research institute for all of them to think that you see, and also the private sector. So thank you very much, sir, for it's a good opportunity and big opportunity for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving emphasis on some of the important points discussed. Now I request our guest of honor, Dr. J.K. Jena, sir, for his remarks.
Good afternoon, most respected Secretary, Department of Fisheries, Government of India, Shri Jatindra Nath Swain ji, my friend Dr. Ravi Shankar, Director of this esteemed institute and also Vice Chancellor, our mentor Dr. Dilip Kumar ji, Dr. Sahu, Joint Director of this institute. We have friends senior officers, commissioners, directors, and other senior level officers from 25 states of State Fisheries Department, different departments of the country, and Dr. Murthy from NFDB, Dr. Jayavaskaran, AG FSI, our colleagues and friends from CIFE Mumbai. Good afternoon again. First of all, I sincerely thank Secretary Shah, Dr. Swain Shah, for sparing more than a half a day. We thought he will come definitely, we were sure, but we did not think that he will be here till 2 o'clock, even though we had scheduled this meeting. That shows his interest, and you have seen how keenly he was observing and responding to your questions, queries, and whatever the expectations you had from him. Yesterday I spoke to you all about more than half an hour, so I don't want to again repeat all those things. But I wanted to speak, but few things said yesterday during discussion from the State Department. One thing everybody told about the skilling or some sort of a requirement of sub-literature programs for at all levels, entry level, mid level, and higher level, which we will definitely discuss with CIF Dr. Ravi Shankar, and we will try to module as per the requirement 3 months, 1 month, whatever that I am assuring you. Then for short-term programs, for depending on the need, it is not only we are ready to organize at any moment. Almost every month basis we have been organizing different programs. But probably if you think that such program does not fit to your officers, you can definitely ask us what aspect you need more focus. Probably it is not only CIFE, all of our 8 institutes would be ready to take up any such program. And all of you know very well during COVID time also, we did organize training program extensively, online program, but online program because no money was spent, so no problem, we could organize so much. But physical training, definitely we need resources, and I'm sure you don't have dearth of resources for training. All of you have already mentioned that we will take up definite. Few areas there has been from talk of the development and all. Our member Niti Aayog, Ramesh Chandji, in just last month he gave a statement in one of the major meeting. He told fisheries is one sector which is growing much faster than any other agriculture sector. He gave the data and all, but he told this sector has grown because government intervention and government subsidy was not that much earlier. He told. That's why you are telling, don't ask for more subsidy. Rather, if you want growth, probably subsidy orientation, if you will there after PMSSY, then you will feel difficulty. But that does not mean that whatever provision is there in PMSSY or other program will not be there. But that should not be the only objective for us for a discussion. If you today afternoon, the 2 hours discussion, if you just go through, most of our discussions point were oriented only on subsidy, nothing much, or inclusion of something, or dredging the subsidy amount and so on and so forth. Probably we have several other areas to discuss, and one maybe advice or suggestion was coming yesterday that we should have such meetings, probably regular interval. Even they told yearly thrice, that would be too much, yearly thrice, but once in a year, or if necessary, on specific areas. For example, yesterday some of you spoke also that what ICAR Institute are doing, we do not know. You say that so many technologies are there. We have not come across about the every year you may have come out with new technology, which we are not aware. So probably definitely we'll think for DNA as some sort of interactions with the all 8 institutes. One of maybe another 1 week or 2 weeks time, all our 8 permanent director will be in place. Now vacancies were there about 5. So hopefully in next 3-4 months, if you agree, we can somewhere meet where all the institutes can give what they have what may be specific to specific states, I do not know. You must have made your vision document, I'm sure, or you must have got direction that vision 47, all the state government must be preparing vision 47. In that endeavor, you may need technical support definitely. So those areas, each of the state may have different expectations, different areas. If we get those areas, probably maybe region specific some program we can do. There has been so much of entrepreneurship happening. We have seen people. There are several consultants today. Maybe for several sectors, you have seen this consultancy is mushrooming after probably this biofloc RAS and all. And many consultants you have seen. I don't say that they do not have knowledge. Many are pseudo consultant. They have done one crop, two crop, then they have become consultant. And if you ask us who is the expert, I do not know because I have not done. Even our institute, this is a new technology which has come, maybe 2 years, 3 years. We are also learning stage because any consultant can say anything, but whatever we say, unless we experiment, we cannot say. Technology, there is absolutely no problem of the technology. For example, RAS. We have even 20 years before also those who had gone to Israel, you must have seen RAS. Isn't it? Same tilapia, it is viable in Israel because the farm gate price is $8, whereas our farm gate price is only $1. So the technology does not have any problem. Problem is the species on which our market requires. Some of you are asking that give us alternative species. What is that alternative species which gives market? For example, tilapia, I know when biofloc started in, for example, Kerala, initially people, those who started biofloc, RAS, they got 300 rupees farm gate price tilapia, I know. But it has come down to now 100 rupees. Because initially, maybe along with Karimin and all, Atroplus, they were telling similar looking and all, it was taking. But people later on understood it is not the Karimin, it is tilapia. Probably Madam will vouch for this. Now that demand has gone down. So we need to have alternative species, yes. So we have been also learning, we have been working. So give us some time. For example, bioflocs, yes, some area we have done wonderfully well. For example, in the nursery stage, even some of our technology has gone to entrepreneurs level, the inoculation for bioflocs and all commercial level we have been supplying to great extent. So several of the areas we have been working, but some of the areas where entrepreneurs will not work is two areas. One is diversification, breeding of new species, which no private people will start doing. Except few places, maybe West Bengal here and there, some species is being done depending the regional demand. For example, the technology of cobia, pompano, or sea bass, because this takes a long time. You know, maturity itself takes 3 to 5 years. So you need to give that much of time for developing the technology of those. Even some technologies are available elsewhere. Getting a technology from outside is not that easy, and you need to perfect in your place, your environment. It takes time, but we are, I would say that we are ready to do any of the work, whatever you feel that relevant for tomorrow. May not be for immediate if we are not done, but if you feel it is relevant tomorrow, definitely we will be ready to have a discussion. Even last COVID period also, when we did not have access going to different place, at least director of Jharkhand, Uttar Pradesh, and Bihar, I had discussion with the director and senior officers with our 8 institute directors. So that much. So we have for each state, we have identified a nodal officer also. They have identified a nodal officer so that they interact as and when necessary. Which area training program is necessary. We are ready to have even region-wise nodal officer from institute, so that we need to have a continued discussion, continued interaction. Then only we understand each other's strength, weakness, and I'm sure you must have done SWOT analysis of your department. What is the strength of each your department? What is that weakness? If weakness is there, how do you overcome those weaknesses? is there everything? ICAR is not the solution for everything, or central government is not the solution for everything. Maybe your neighboring state will be able to help you in some of the areas. Probably we can, once we start discussing, that is, this platform has even given opportunity to know each other. Many of your director may not have seen each other earlier. So unless we continuously meet and discuss, probably will not know each other's strength and weakness. Then, for example, the one area which all the time will be relevant is the health disease problem. Every day new disease comes, and every day knocks at our door. Last 2 days, at least 3-4 mails. I was just reading one mail I received yesterday evening from the Shrimp Hatchery Association. Today, just now, half an hour before, I have one more mail of 2-page mail received from Prawn Farmers Federation. They have some problem, disease problem and all. How do you tackle? They wanted more research and all. But it takes time, all of you know. And it will be relevant today. Every day new diseases are there, new species we are bringing from outside, diversification we are doing, intensification we are doing. Not that earlier intensification we have not done. Intensification with the what we call the water quality which has deteriorated. Even if the same density what you were doing 20 years back, same density you do today are so different because the water quality has gone down like anything. So probably some areas with the, I must thank Secretary Saab here in this platform before you for the second phase of the NASPAT project, the surveillance project which he has approved. Over 35 crores rupees we are getting from PMSSY for the next 3 years. And all of you know the country's image has gone up after the first phase of the NASPAT project. Even all of you know that Vietnam is one of our major importer of shrimp today, last so many years. A team from Vietnam had come to see this disease surveillance program in the country, and they visited several of the states. In spite of the fact that whatever surveillance we had, they visited farms, hatcheries, so many places. We could only able to convince because of this surveillance project. But still they were not happy. They said the country should have a database at the center. Sitting at the headquarters, I should know each and every point what is happening. Probably we have not gone to that level. They want that level of data. And that is what is necessary. In Vietnam, if those who have gone, you must have seen, all this farming of shrimp is in one cluster, one area. Other place, maybe Pangasius is one cluster. And if anybody want to have or expand, you cannot do unless you register, you have a provision to the government has fixed, okay, we will have only 50,000 hectares only, not beyond that. So such possibilities in our country is difficult, but it will take time. But the second phase of surveillance project, the provision has been made that you are a partner. All the state fishery department are also equal partner like that of research institute and others who have joined. About 30 institutes will be there, plus, and this will be in the pan-India basis. First phase we had covered, initially we provision for 14 states, but expanded to 20 states depending on the demand of the states. Now we are expanding to the pan-India level, and all the state departments will be the partner. And in this endeavor, today morning also I was requesting Secretary Saab to give a date for launching, mega launching of the program, where we expect that all of you be there, because this is a commitment. We need to have that. We need to be prepared. An emergency response system should be in place. If we have been able to protect our shrimp farming, for example, the disease of early mortality syndrome, only with the good surveillance program we could do. The emergency system we had in different phases. Because of that, the advisory we gave, for example, tilapia lake virus when it came, immediately emergency response system was in place and advisory was given to each one of you. You must be getting some advisory now and then from the ministry or from NBFGR as a lead institute. So I request each one of you for your total support, mainly for the disease program, because unless you know which disease, unless you know what are the, and which disease will depend on, you should have a good diagnostics, which is immediately you should be able to diagnose, then you corrective measures you take. So probably in this, the disease diagnostic lab at the state level, I'm sure you may be thinking for having under the PMSSY disease diagnostic lab. This is not a lab for giving advisory for farming or hatchery. You need to have a critical manpower developed. So in some, that is what yesterday also I requested, we are ready to provide long-term training program, 1 month, 2 month training program, as long as necessary to make your scientist or no, junior level officer we need, not very senior officer, so that they have 20-25 years ahead. So that program will be taking up in coming days also on that. We said to have a better connectivity with the department and us, sir. We have taken a step about 15 days back only, and I have already given directive to all our 8 institute directors that our RAC, Research Advisory Committee, every year we have a Research Advisory Committee with 6 to 7 outside members, with chairman and all. So in the Research Advisory Committee of each of the institute, we will request department to you to nominate one of your officer in the Research Advisory Committee. This is mandatory we have met, so that whoever are there, they will, whatever research we do, they will be able to know, and the ground level, whatever the demand or expectations, they will also put forth before that our committee, so that our future research program also we try to orient towards that. That is what already we have given directives in the last only 15 days back. We had given the directive to all the directors of the institutes. Then probably it is necessary to say, yes, state level laboratories are fine. Maybe some country is too big, and some referral laboratories has some sort of a single window delivery system, like not only disease diagnostic, soil, water, plant or blooming, anything, toxic component, if anybody want their feed ingredient to be evaluated, maybe if not more, at least 3-4 in a country level. If we can think of any of the state, if they come forward to do that, we will do handholding, we will do technical support, we will do work your DPR preparation. That we can do, because for example, which equipment you need, which equipment is performing better over these years, those probably we should be able to do in the coming days. So friends, I don't intend to take more time, but only I wish that please get connected with us. Ask more from us. If you ask more, we'll try to do whatever we can. As someone told that there is all the time a disbelief has sometime maybe has come, that we try to blame each other. If we say हम तो काम करते हैं, रिसर्च करते हैं, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट करता नहीं, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट बोलते हैं हम तो लिखते रहते हैं लेकिन कोई सुनता नहीं हमको. See, for example, I will give an example. Pangasius farming, for example, going on whole country. How many people are working on pangasius? Maybe 1% or 2. Can they meet the expectations of the whole country? Difficult, so difficult. Or carp, total carp farming, or diversification itself. Freshwater, brackish-water, marine, a handful of people, maybe 10-12 people working on different species. It takes time, and expectations have gone so large. That is what is expectations from every level. You expect from us, secretaries of expect from you, PMO expects from government, and you may be knowing nowadays so much of monitoring is happening at the highest level. Never before we had had such monitoring earlier days. The monitoring is not just sake of monitoring. If anything, for example, PM told in the 15th August in the speech, we have to make action point on what he has spoken. And every month basis we have to give report. For example, last year PM Saab spoke about this youth farming. And let me tell you, and we got 3 points from PMO. This is the monitoring you should do from research point of view and demonstration point of view. Every month we need to send a report. So expectations have gone high. Why not? Expectations should be there also. There should be expectations, although not that nobody should expect, but it is high time for us that how do we unite, join hands. Yesterday also I spoke also. Our ultimate objective is here, reaching to unreached, reaching to farmers, entrepreneurs, wherever you think that we will be of help. We are ready to be there on not on behalf of CIFE Mumbai, on behalf of all other fisheries institute, other 7 fisheries institute. I am assuring you that we will try our best to see that whatever best can be done, we will do. Maybe reaching everywhere is difficult. For example, even 15 days back, a team I had sent to UP. They must have gone, met the even minister. We have not told they will meet minister. We told that they may meet only director and some senior officer. But probably somebody must have helped to meet minister and all. So we try our best. And regional committee is one platform. Every 2 years we go to the region. For example, day after tomorrow we have a regional committee meeting at Varanasi for Chhattisgarh, no, Jharkhand, UP and Bihar. So I was requesting even the directors of all 3 institutes, 3 states, please participate because that is one platform also you hear not only on fisheries but also crops, horticulture, other animal husbandry, all the integrated aspect also we discuss. So wherever opportunity, please visit us and I invite each one of you to visit all of our institutes and looking forward for another meeting in next 4-5 months, 6 months. That is what our expectations, and I would request also Secretary Sir, if we would have invited, you would not have come. I'm sure. As because we wrote the letter that Secretary Sir will be chairing, that's why all of you are there. So I request Secretary Sir also, whenever we try to have such meeting, and it is a two-way learning, definitely. So I would request Secretary Sir for also for all his consideration for future participation in the different meetings. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. As rightly said, we need to trust each other as organization and as individuals so that we can work together towards the development of the sector. Thank you, sir. Now it's time to hear from our Honorable Secretary, sir. Sir, I request you to please give your remarks.
DDG Fisheries, ICAR Dr. Jena, Dr. Ravi Shankar, Director and Vice Chancellor CIFE, Dr. Dilip Kumar, former Director and ICAR CIFE, and all my colleagues from the various corners of the country, directors and directors of fisheries. Good afternoon to all of you. Dr. Ravi Shankar, first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Ravi Shankar for organizing this. Give a big hand. Personally, I am not a big fan of meetings. I always think that meeting में कुछ नहीं होता है, nothing happens. So that's why I didn't have much meetings. So sometimes I feel that probably we could have had more meetings than this, so that there will be some frank discussion. I always believe in one-to-one communication. That's my personal instinct. But we will have more meetings. So anyway, this is a very path-breaking meeting, and I am very happy that all of you, most of you have come for this meeting. So I hope a lot of good things will come out of it. This is the first thing. You have, the topic was energizing pathways for fisheries development. basically the focus was on human resources, and Dr. Ravi Shankar tells me that a lot of issues were discussed yesterday and today also in the presentation I have seen. Some of the issues are doable in immediate future, we will definitely get it done. I assure all of you and Dr. Ravi Shankar was very painstakingly collected all these action points. Some can be done solely by us, some will have to be done in cooperation with the states to get it done. Then regarding the PMMSY implementation, some points did come up. I just want to mention 2-3 points. Already Dr. Dilip Kumar has already told about subsidy. When I joined as a very young man, I joined as a project officer DRDA in 91. So I had a assistant director who was assistant project officer. That time it was called SF, APOS, Social Forestry. He was basically a man from agriculture. What he told, I still believe that a large extent is true. He said that in 1985 to 89 in Tamil Nadu there was something called T&B, Trading and Visit Program. So the agriculture officers they had to go to the field and motivate the farmers, train them in various technical companies. There is no subsidy. Then from 90s or 91 the subsidy started. He said our department has gone quota हो गया. कुछ काम नहीं होता है, हम लोग वाउचर लिखते हैं, 50 रुपए का वाउचर, 60 रुपए का वाउचर, और वी डोंट हैव वाउचर लिखने में गड़बड़ भी होता है. हमारा कोई फेस नहीं है जाके फार्मर्स को फेस करने के लिए. Once there are small mistakes. This is what I still, a lot of times I also see that this is a problem. So, आप लोग फिशरीज को डेवलप करना है, correct? Subsidy is given as the one-time discount that it doesn't, it's not a permanent feature. I thought the blue revolution के बाद subsidy खत्म हो जाना चाहिए, unless you are starting a new line of activity which people don't know. उसी चीज में बात करते हैं, हम भी स्कीम बनाए, so I cannot really criticize my own scheme. But first let us have a self belief that subsidy नहीं चाहिए, बहुत important. इंश्योरेंस वाला आता है, आपसे इंश्योरेंस करा के ले जाता है कि नहीं? सब्सिडी देता है कुछ? नहीं देता है ना? कैसे करता है? एक बार आता है, 2 बार आता है, 3 बार आता है, पहले भाग जाओ, फिर आ जाता है. You have to train up your field staff on this. This is hard work. But at some point of time, we have to, in the extension work, in the development work, we cannot think like we are tahsildars. कि लोग मेरे पास आएंगे, क्योंकि मैं सब्सिडी, इसीलिए मेरे सब्सिडी चाहिए, सब्सिडी नहीं होगा तो कोई आएगा नहीं. Now we are computerizing most of this. In Tamil Nadu they call it chitta, adangal, in others khasara, these maps. क्या बोलते हैं सब? खतौनी. There are many different names all about this. So when you are this chitta, that is they call it 10-1 in the land revenue records, which is basically the details of the land held by a single person. It's called 10-1 chitta. So we're computerizing it. One collector told, अरे भाई इस सब को करेगा तो हमारा पास तो कोई आएगा नहीं, ये ऑनलाइन में सबको मिल जाएगा. But country will develop. Point is like this, as the Prime Minister recently told in one of the meetings, he is very fond of telling in different languages, but the concept is like that. गरीब को सरकार का अभाव ना हो, जनता को सरकार का प्रभाव ना हो. People who want the government should be always there. We should be always there to support it. But we should not unnecessarily harassing. But of course, fisheries departments don't harass. We don't have where with us, but there are many cases such things are happening. So that we have to go. My point is, if the technology is really good, if fishery is really good, then definitely people should take it up. Andhra, the entire shrimp ecosystem developed. I don't think any subsidy was given. It all developed with a few pioneers who started with the hatcheries, went into the field. वो सीड फीड फार्मर को रेडी किया, सीड फीड उन्हीं को दिया, उससे मार्केटिंग किया. That is how it developed. Same thing if you see the broiler industry in the country has developed without any subsidy. Correct? Anybody has any different opinion on that? Namakkal in Tamil Nadu is the prime place. Because the farmer they give is a kind of a contract farming. My point is, we have to find out ways of convincing people. I always see, हम भी कभी-कभी काम किए हैं ज़्यादा fisheries में. This is my first experience, but in agriculture, not in direct agriculture, sericulture, cooperatives I have worked. So normally in sericulture, I was in 98 to 2001. So I was very young that time, almost only about 9 years into service, so I didn't understand much of the government that time. What I realized, the way our people go and canvass people is totally what should not be done they were doing. They will go to the village, sericulture करो, क्या फायदा होगा? 3,000 रुपए सब्सिडी है. They will never understand. So we have to change a little bit. I don't know how much it worked because मेरे को भी 2 साल लगा इसको समझने के लिए कि what message we can give. What I realized that by this kind of thing, because sericulture is a totally new field, you have to first do mulberry. It's more difficult than fisheries, I would say. First you have to agriculture, you have to raise mulberry, then you have to cut those leaves and feed the worms. It's just like you are growing maybe about 5,000 numbers of fish in a 1 hectare pond. In one room you are growing 60,000 worms. One DFLA gives 60 kilos. So, very complicated work. It requires a lot of, concentration. But the kind of extension we are doing, we could find that, what I realized that we are getting those farmers who are a little of, अरे भाई करके देखते हैं क्या होता है, gambling type, speculative type. So the moment they lose, they will simply leave and go. So we are not getting any result. So we just change our guidelines. We should you start like LIC agents, start finding those farmers who have not changed their crops for the last 5 years. They are very stable-minded people. They don't want much profit in life. They are happy in what they are doing and they are doing it well. Second, sericulture we found, unlike the other types of agriculture, it requires a lot of attention, not hard work. काम बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है, वो लीफ लेके देना है और then periodically you have to put some basically bleaching powder so that no diseases come. Basically somebody should be watching these worms day in and day out. And most of the places in Tamil Nadu at least, so the men will go in the evening for drinking or कोई शादी वहाँ चले जाएंगे. So we made a point कि you please find out select those farmers where in their household there will be 2 adult women. And then we found out that people who took up this, they are reasonably successful. So हर फील्ड में जो successful होते हैं, you have to basically these are all new things. You have to, if I am a paddy farmer, my father was a paddy farmer, my grandfather was a paddy farmer, I understand this by my genes. So leaf को देखने में पड़ता है इसको कीड़ा है, but if I suddenly start a new activity, aquaculture, then I need to understand this. It's like learning to ride a motorcycle or cycle also. 2-3 बार गिरेंगे जरूर. That has to be really told by the extension people. So after we changed it, we found more success or less turnover in the sericulture sector. So आप लोग उस टाइप का सोचना पड़ेगा. How do you motivate the farmer? This has to be done by you only extension. So we can only give some guidance and all. We cannot write down a manual for this. But if you say that way, aquaculture करो because there is 60% subsidy. सॉरी सर नहीं होगा कभी. This is given as an incentive. It's like buy a Colgate toothpaste, आपको 40% extra. It is to change over from let us say Dabur toothpaste to Colgate toothpaste. Right? If somebody is not is totally against using the toothpaste, he will give you 60% incentive, nothing will happen. He will take the incentive, go back to his either neem ka katti or something. So this is something we have to keep in mind. Second is I will request I have shown in PowerPoint there are a lot of vacancies there. We will also take this data and write to the states. आप लोग भी कोशिश करिए, at least technical post को भरने का कोशिश करिए. Number two, there is a lot of emphasis now at the government of India level also. At the last 20-25 years, I was seeing that there is no big push towards cooperatives. Dairy moved on its own, but other cooperatives there are no big push. The big push is coming. Try to see whether you can activate some of the cooperatives in the extension work. अब देख लीजिए उसको कैसे करेंगे, because a lot of people are available in the field. Oh, kindly don't talk about the lot of fisheries specialists here. I am a generalist. I am only economics. I never studied biology. I am just telling. Sometimes I feel the old system of community development program was much better. People who have worked in that system. It started in 1957. There used to be a VLW, village level worker. He is a generalist. Then at the block level, there used to be specialists. There is the agri fellow, the horti fellow, wherever fisheries was, there is a fisheries fellow, there was a credit fellow, and things like that. So, ये जो VLW, Gram Sevak fellow was there, his job was to catch the interested farmers, whether it is agriculture, horticulture, and he will bring to the block or he will set up a meeting there and the block level sectoral expert will go and train them. Now all departments have become very separate. So agriculture has its own extension, horticulture has its own extension, fisheries not much, but whatever extension there, all of them work separately, go separately, probably catch hold of the same farmer without knowing the other fellow was also concerned. So ultimately what happens? If the agriculture they want to experiment with new variety of rice, you will show that target actually to one fellow, one farmer, 1 hectare has taken. After the paddy cultivation, you might have grown brinjals, some latest brinjals. Horticulture fellow will also give his tick. I have also fulfilled the target. Then probably fisheries, if they are doing something, they will also tick. Ultimately, 4 people have gone, extension people. But technology has gone to only 1 person. So, probably if you can, wherever tracks are active, there are staffs, whether you can use them. If nothing else, just to spread information. That is something you can try, think of. That will also give a big belief to the sector. Instead of, and at the ground level also, is not very essential to work specialists. Ultimately, हम लोग central पूछता हूँ कि भाई RS क्या है, मेरे ऑफिस में नहीं बता पाते हैं. They are not able to tell. What will a fellow sitting at a village level, what Andhra has done, they will be able to tell. Is it possible? I doubt very much. He has to be updated again. Jena ji will tell me how many of the ICAR people are also updated. Only those people who are working on that will be updated. So we need to, one thing this, probably see whether at a short term, the fill up with the governments, many governments have taken up on a priority basis to fill up staff. Like Odisha has recently filled up almost 200-300 people, as they were telling. So if you are not able to do, try to see whether you can utilize these people. Once you are using this kind of people, part-timers or people who are working as a part-time people, then you will require periodic training. I hope I am not taking much time. Okay. Another time. I will give one more example which probably will Dr. Dilip Kumar was talking about Bangladesh. I had gone in 2001. We went to Bangladesh by accident. Actually, I was in sericulture. We were supposed to go to China. There are some issues in China we couldn't go, so they took us to Thailand and Bangladesh. hardly any sericulture. So 15 दिन का program था तो 10 दिन Thailand में 5 दिन Bangladesh में. But we saw something very interesting there. You are all directors, whether how much you can do, think of how they were doing. Two experiments. One was we saw that sanitation, rural sanitation. To these days we talk about Swachhata. That time it was total sanitation program campaign, TSP. So I think India the unit cost was about 4,000 rupees and in Bangladesh 4,000 or 12,000, I don't remember. I think it was 12,000 rupees. In Bangladesh they were doing it only 600 rupees. And 95% were covered. Of course, there was one slight difference between Bangladesh and probably Tamil Nadu is that Bangladesh almost you put a hand pump anywhere it will work. Tamil Nadu may not be possible, water may not be available everywhere. They were simply giving a pan, a trap, 4 GI sheets, corrugated sheets, so that you can put a bamboo supports and put a temporary kind of a wall. In my uncle's house, when the kids also, the toilet was made like that. 600 rupees. They were giving and the person was expected to dig his own twin pit, the leach pit and put the bricks. And they had done 95%. In India that time, in Tamil Nadu is considered to be developed state. It was not even 50%. Because our people say we will do a pakka construction. And they make a pakka construction using it as a storeroom. Because what has happened is the software has not gone. That this is important, this should be done, has not gone. So this is in the contractor's program, okay. Some contractor has to get the job, he is doing that. So beneficiary will start saying, hey, bhai, can my contribution be little less? They are making too much profit. So we waste a lot of time on this. This is one. The second one I saw, they were running primary schools. Again here, education people will beat me up if I tell this. They are running schools at only 2,000 rupees per month. That is their expenditure. Very, very jugaad cost effective model. What they have done, they say that so every village there is a cohort. Like after 5 years, there may not be any primary school going children now because the birth rates are dropping. So what they have done? They have just put corrugated sheet on the sides and on the top. This Eastern India, a lot of roofs are corrugated sheets because of the heavy rainfall. So Bangladesh followed the same model. That was that time about 1,200 or 1,500 rupees the total cost. The 2,000 rupees running expense they were giving about 1,200 rupees to a teacher. They found a local girl of 10th pass or 12th pass. I think it was 10th pass. Very rigorous training. No requirement for a teacher's diploma. They call it CT, CT training, something like that here. Old days. So no need for this all these expensive things. But they will select a girl from the same village, girl or a boy from the same village. Very intensive training for about 15 days. Then go and there are 4 semesters. You can't say semesters, 4 quarters. So or three quarters. So first quarter they will teach, first trimester they will teach. Then come back for retraining. Again the second, again the third. And 1,200 about 500 rupees for the supervisor, 400 and the remaining for that. And literacy rate is higher than us. These are some of the things when we are not really looking at how do we reduce the cost of it, but fortunately the technology these days can help us in reaching the places we are not able to reach. COVID has taught us, so this is something we have to focus on and try to find out how to motivate the people to take care of that. That's very, very important. The third point is looking at the I'm sorry, I am not responding to the questions. I have already responded to some of the queries you have sent. So, other things take it up. The post-harvest. Post-harvest is something we have to take up. I would say, request the states to actively engage with the aggregators. to try to somehow find out. You have your investor summits. All states have mega investor summits, and they are talking about even Karnataka is Ramachari. It's all renewable energy, right? Lakhs and lakhs of crores. I also was in renewable energy. My point is, at least get some aggregators and give some facilitation. These fellows will drive your sector. Andhra is primarily driven by whom? BMR, Nekanti, Devi Puts, Avanti. These four people are driving. Similarly, Chhattisgarh, there must be some one or two people who will be basically aggregators. And because they have to grow bigger, they will also push things. Not only they will push things, they will also push you people. साहब इसको कराइए थोड़ा आगे बढ़ेगा सेक्टर. आप लोग भी थोड़ा सा हिलेंगे. Correct? So आप लोग इसको थोड़ा सा कराइए. So try to get some the places where it is not very much developed. Try to get some good aggregators. And mostly state governments in such aggregators, they have a MOU facility, they do it. थोड़ा मोड़ा स्टाफ ड्यूटी एग्जाम्पशन होता है, तो इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसी में आपका होता है, ट्रीट इट एज इंडस्ट्री नॉट एन एग्रीकल्चर एक्टिविटीज. Fourth is, at some point of time, worldwide, 80% of the fisheries trade is frozen, and we have to get out of that. कि हाँ frozen कोई नहीं खाता है, सब खाएंगे. The point is, this is somewhere we have to, these aggregators will have to drive this. Like in the southern India, the coastal states, there is huge amount of, because it's all made for export, huge amount of storage space, freezing facilities are available. North India is not available for the fish, but for the meat it is available, I am told. आप लोग को पता है? Lot of, especially buffalo meat is exported, a lot of facilities are, the same thing can be doubled up. I was talking to one of those fellows. He was saying that how Lysias is doing it is getting the frozen fish from Mumbai, then storing in our cold storage, and on demand he is taking it out and supplying. That is how they are running, and they are supplying us fresh fish. So this is something you have to keep in mind. How तो आप लोग इसको सोचिए कि इसको कैसे करेंगे, बिकॉज आज this aquaculture will grow, the production will grow, you will have a huge marketing issues, and same fellows you have promoted for taking out the fish culture, they will come and curse you. ये साहब हमको बोले थे, हमने शुरू किया, हम बेच नहीं पा रहे हैं, सब हो गया. So this is something we can do. अब देखिए कि ये cooperatives को कैसे इसमें करा सकते हैं. How do you do that? So, and it is not very difficult these days to get things through the cooperative, unlike the olden days. For example, if you see Mother Dairy, it's a private company floated by NDDB. Mother Dairy processes its milk, it procures its milk from the FPOs, processes by 3 dairies, out of which one is its own dairy in Patwardhan, the remaining are all outsourced. Mother Dairy is hugely successful. So it is still driven by the own philosophy or NDDB philosophy that will not make profit, otherwise it is hugely successful. So same models can be done by the fisheries cooperative. प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेसिंग को आउटसोर्स कराओ, मार्केटिंग कराओ, मेंबर मैनेजमेंट कराओ, एनवायरनमेंट मैनेजमेंट कराओ, सब चीज हमारा करने का जरूरत नहीं है. हम तो अपना स्टाफ को जोड़ नहीं पाते. कोऑपरेटिव दे विल फाइंड इट एक्सट्रीमली डिफिकल्ट टू फिल अप देयर स्टाफ. थर्ड इज, आप लोग जो sometime back, about 30-40 years back, lot of investment went into fisheries sector, into the hatcheries. बहुत सारे डिफंक्ट पड़े हुए हैं in different states. Karnataka has done a good model. They are outsourcing many of these hatcheries. आप देखो, आपको क्यों प्रोडक्शन करना है? Somebody will produce. You just give a buying support. Very easy to do it. आप स्टाफ रखोगे, कुछ दिन का वो तो बोलेंगे मेरे को रेगुलराइज करो, फिर कोर्ट में जाएंगे, केस करेंगे, उसी में टाइम चलता रहेगा. right? All this NMR staff, getting them regularized. So you can outsource. This concept that developed at you please talk to Ramachari and see how they have done and all these things. You have to develop a good contract document. All state governments do have their in the finance department they have good PPP team. आप लोग अच्छा बनाओ कुछ निकालना शुरू करो and focus on only that is the member management, the client management. आपका clientele all the fishers, fish farmers and आपका काम है कि there should be sufficient seedlings of quality that should be available. And in many states where it is not grown, basically seedlings, good seedlings are not available. That's my feeling. I don't know it is correct or not. All states will say हमारा यहाँ तो बहुत मिलता है. But I think तो मिलते रहेगा लोग करते रहेंगे. असली subsistence पे उसकी हमारा टंकी में कुछ डाल के देखते हैं. उसको सब्सिडी नहीं चाहिए. मिलता नहीं है, खोदना पड़ता है. So this is something you see how to develop your state farms and try to see whether the processes can be outsourced. That is, your job is to ensure that this much of quality seedlings are produced. Supply. Earlier, आप produce करते थे, you were also supplying to the farmers or doing ranching. Now somebody else produces. You are only taking over that other function, the main function. Now therefore, I think except some essential, at least 50-50 you can start, if not all, and try to evaluate this thing and talk to Ramachari. He has a good model on that. So he can be a consultant for you, free consultation. Similarly, many of the states have done very well. Like Chhattisgarh has done wonderfully well in cage culture. I request all of you to go and maybe NFD we can organize a visit, if not directors, at least joint director level. People should go and see. Seeing is believing sometimes. And regarding, NFD will organize some of the visits abroad, but I would request both Dr. Jena and Dr. Ravishankar whether they can organize some expert. More people will learn. The finance department simply, then they will say, अच्छा हमारा एक आदमी को लेके जाओ. So anyway, we will organize that. But I would say that let us जो हमारा important fields है जहाँ पर हमको सीखना है कहीं कहीं से, let us get some experts. Either they will work in some kind of arrangement, they will work in your associates, the institutes, or they will become a consultant for 1 year. This is what the Chinese did. I was to Munich, twice I heard that. I don't like traveling, I was supposed to go because we have some Indo-German and partnership and we are supposed to deliver some. Anyway, what I was telling that German was the experts. Germany was expert in renewable energy, solar panels. Now they are all crying because they have become outpriced by the Chinese. They say, what happened? Germany, there are no large companies. There are all medium and small, very small companies, but excellently resourceful and very innovative people. They said, sir, what happened is they took our engineers at 4 times the salary, 3 years they made them work there, they learned, copied everything, and now they have become cheaper than us. So this is one way. So why I am giving this thing, we can get those experts and we learn from them. If those experts work here, because all of us will not get an opportunity to go outside. So if you get some such kind of experts, identify, work out some modalities where we can, even whatever salary they demand, we can put them, we will learn much better than that. Wherever we think that we should do this practice. I remember in sericulture while I was working, it was a JICA program, so Japanese expert had come. The fellow had all his instruments in his pocket, he was a senior scientist. So there is something called a cicature. It's basically to prune the mulberry plant. And he said, find out this. We could not find a similar model in India. We had those Aruvads, only Tamil people understand those carved ones. we cut like that. He said the plant will get shocked if you cut like this. You should do it very nicely like a surgeon's knife. We didn't understand this. हमारा farmer ऐसे ही करते हैं. So these are some of the insights you have to get into this. This is the software part, not the hardware part. So we request this to do. Then 2-3 things I will also create a system. Dr. Jena promised also a coordinated approach in R&D field where states will be updated repeatedly and on a regular basis, and their feedback also will be taken into the R&D. The force that is taken, because R&D is primarily central government subject, so we will do that. 2-3 things the last things I just wanted to put in mind. Kindly, because in the aquaculture especially, the biggest contributor to the cost is the feed and not the land. So can you focus on productivity per kg of feed? Difficult to measure, but try to find out those farmers who are getting the best per kg of feed and award them. That will solve a lot of our problem of कि हम एक हेक्टर में 10 टन कर दिया, 100 टन कर दिया, 200 टन कर दिया. Unsustainable, because you are basically cramming too much into one this thing. Then a lot of artificial things. So that will be a very sustainable model also, because it will require probably semi-extensive. We have enough land in this country. We don't need to really compress, unlike Japan or some of the very dense Taiwan or something like that. This is one thing we must देखो इसको encourage करो. The second thing is then in your own state, please find out who are the farmers who are doing well. Just try to, like a class 5 student, try to understand their technology instead of giving fundas. We are all educated people to give fundas, so just try to see what they are doing. They must be doing something which sets them apart from the other farmers. अपना locally कुछ करता होगा, कुछ जुगाड़ करता होगा, you must be having some facilities. Like there was a hatchery in Mayurvanch. So he normally from hatchery one stage to another stage you take in a tray and do it. He says that the fish is unnecessarily getting disturbed, so he has put some pipe by which he transfers. Like that, people have their own way. The technology is not about big things. And try to identify what are the unique things those fellows are doing, and then try to get it validated with a good technology. This is how the hybrid rice in Japan has developed. That the farmers actually developed the hybrid rice, the scientists came and they standardized, and that is how the hybrid rice started from Japan to Taiwan, Taiwan to India. The Taichung and IR8 came from Taiwan, from the Japan. So this is something you have to keep in mind. Then finally, since the director said I will talk about PMSA, why jaldi kharcha kar dijiye. We are in serious trouble. We have already faced a budget cut, and we will also ask you to sometime after 1 month maybe start making the plan ready for 23-24. बहुत ज़्यादा problem नहीं होगा. पुराना जो reject हो गया वही आ जाएगा. But get ready. DPR is something. Giving the DPR cost in advance is something we will think it seriously, and the creation of a SPU, competent SPU. These two things will be issues. I think that is one of the major issues. And I request ICAR to ensure that a lot of online trainings are given. कोविड में करते हैं, आप मत उसको बंद मत करिए.
सर नहीं, रेस्पॉन्स नहीं हो रहा है.
उसको एग्जाम से डायरेक्ट लिखिए, आया ही नहीं. And I will also request all the states, हम लोग जब मीटिंग करते हैं, don't switch off your video. I don't say, but next time onwards we will take umbrage. Please treat it as a regular meeting. So that something you learn, any meeting you come, just to make it convenient for the people who don't call them to Delhi. It's also a trouble, right? Very often, maybe once in 3 months we'll call. More than that, it becomes very irritating. I was in the Tamil Nadu also, agriculture department, every month they will call, sometimes once in 15 days. Phone ja raha hai, then you switch off your mind. But online is a very beautiful thing, but please be serious about that, and we'll try to see that lot of feedback is given on latest technology and all this. And we'll have maybe have a dedicated calendar for doing that, and whosoever is attending, please ensure that your staff or yourself or your staff or your subordinates, they should keep their videos on, so that at least otherwise वो एक बार video बंद करता है फिर गप मारना शुरू करता है, right? So don't do that. Okay, so with this I again thank Dr. Ravi Shankar for organizing this and making it a wonderful session, and thank all of you for coming here. Listening to me for more than half an hour. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time, and thank you for sharing your insights with us. We have noted all the points, and we will be sharing the proceedings with everybody. Now, we are moving towards the end of this program. So I request Dr. M.P. Sahu, Joint Director, ICAR CIFE, to propose common vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is already 2:36. So I think that after a successful 2 days program, 1.5 days program, that at least 5 minutes you can bear with me. So you know that officially we have given a 1.5 days, but actually it is 2 days because yesterday it was went up to 80. So if you calculate it is 2 days. So you know this training program was totally different from us. This not a training program, this meeting. Because always we used to discuss about the research and academic, but training is a component for us. But this type of discussion will never happen. This is we can say this is a long this dream came true. So बहुत पहले ही प्रोग्राम था लेकिन हो नहीं पा रहा था. When requested Honorable Secretary for DDG, his apprehension was that whether people will come or not. But sir, Secretary from 13 states, is a director they have joined, and 7 as a joint director, deputy directors. A total 27 are joining, and including the other experts and scientists. Total everyday occurrence of 60. So it is not a very small, though we thought a very focused meeting, but it's good interactions. We never thought that we will come with this type of interaction. Everybody interacted with each other. And we thought that this program got benefit, but immediately I got a benefit. For example, I am telling, Dividi Sahab ne bataya, this is a feed mill. Because you know that feed mill was inaugurated by Honorable Secretary. But when you demanded, then only they realized that it should be given. He has noted it down. I don't know that whether it will be included in that PMSSY or not, but this is the benefit. There is not a benefit for CIFE, so benefit to all ICAR institutes. So you should go to all the institutes to know that what type of technology available, so that you will immediately think that whether it will be useful for you or not. That is a benefit what way I feel. So that is the reason why our DDG is here. So DDG, he thought that this program, which is very, very useful program for who is from the day one for yesterday until now he is here, and he is repeating total about the research organizations. This is a benefit I could see, that connecting to the research organization. Also he yesterday told that this type of meeting can be done with other sister organizations. So I am thankful to our Honorable DDG also for this program, because he told that this time he has revised and connecting the state governments with our RSC, Research Advisory Council. So that what you demanded that research updation should be there, and what type of research is going on in the institute, it will reach to you. So that way I am also thankful to our DDG to think like that and think for the state governments. Also I am thankful to our Dr. Dilip Kumar, जिसको हम बोलते हैं कृष्ण पितामह fisheries में. So without his presence, so we all feel that incomplete. So his presence, we give a complete touch to, because you know everybody, thank you very much to be here, and we are thankful to NMP Chief Executive, and Dr. Murthy was there, Yesterday there was a lot of questions. Almost you got a chance to, I cannot say attack, but a lot of questions were bombarding on him. But today he really he was there, and so of course we know that a lot of things are discussed with him, and this type of meeting is required. So I am thankful to Dr. Muktis for sponsoring this program. It's a nice program, and we request you that as all demanded, this type of program should be in a continuous, regular basis. It is really helpful. So we are thankful to you. Also, we are thankful to Dr. Praveen, who is also expert. Previously, he was with us, ICAR Parivar. So your association was very much helpful, and he was also your chairing a session. We are thankful to you. And Dr. Badas from Jammu Kashmir. So he is also expert and exclusively creating the call water fisheries. He interacted nicely. So we are thankful to you to be with us on yesterday and today also. And today also the DG, the FSI, is there. We are thankful to you. Yesterday you were not there. So today your presence, we are also thankful to you. And that I am reading the name of the director because really we are thankful that your presence in this number. It's really, it was very much that we are so happy to have you here. And I will tell that the directors of Kerala, Director of Gujarat, Director Manipur, Director Bihar, Director Jharkhand, Director Chhattisgarh, Director Goa, Director Jammu Kashmir, Director Karnataka, Director Ladakh, Director MP, Director Nagaland, and Dadra Nagar Haveli. And these are the directors. Besides this, the deputy director, joint directors from Punjab, Haryana, Maharashtra, Meghalaya, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, UP, and the Odisha governments. Last moment they booked the ticket, they cancelled it due to some urgency. So almost this is a very good response, I can say. So again, I am very much thankful to all of you. So what is the benefit you got? You got an interaction between director to director. That is not possible in this virtual mode. So if you are present here, you got a chance to interact with each other. That is also required. Then director with secretary. That is also a rare occasions to interact with him. Director with our DDG. Director with the secretary. Director with CIP. So this type of interaction you get. This platform only you could get this call. So though this yesterday program was very hectic, but I could not see any stress on you because your way of interactions, particularly the वजह से आप the way जैसे आपने interact किया है, सबको पूरा दिन माहौल create किया है, all were very jovial mood. So anyway, up to 8:30, nobody felt tired. So we are thankful you all the directors for which this program was successful. Then coming to CIP part. We are thankful to our committee members, especially the technical committee, Dr. Anantan, Neha, then Samna, Umeya, then other members, Malange, Astos, Kundan, because they are tirelessly, they have worked either for transport or food, everything. I hope that all almost comfort that is possible that it was extended to you. And you had a comfortable stay at CIT. And the bigger job, the great job was done by our students. You know, the data you could see there now. You told that, I can't data will be uploaded. Any data which is collected by our students, this is the first. So we are very much thankful to our students who are sitting in the last bench. But the first work was done by our students. And we are thankful to all our HODs, as I said, the centers, and all community again. Last but not the least, again for all the successful programs, the driving force of our directors, you know that at a minute levels only he monitored very minutely so that this program should not be failure at any point. So we are thankful to our directors for conducting this is the first meeting. Though I can say this is the first achievement for a list of events to be organized in futures. And this is a really very fruitful meetings. This will be helpful. Again, immediately we'll take the actions because we were thinking to what type of HRD to be developed. This was required for us. Immediately we'll take the action. So we will discuss what type of collaboration we can do with the NFDP. So again, it is finally, I thank you all the directors for your presence and to make it successful. Thank you very much.
Only a visit to the CIFE facilities would not be met. Maybe a 1 hour quick visit would have been. Many have come for the first time, they could not see the facility. क्या काम हो रहा है laboratory में? If you are, that's why.
Sir, post lunch, you can visit the institute.
Afternoon.
So lunch is organized in IGH, International Guest House. Thank you everybody, thank you one and all.